And there's Halloween spooks outside my window pane.
All right, it is the most wonderful time of the year, Kevin. It is Halloween time. What do you have to tell us?
The KROQ Halloween Costume Ball is happening this Saturday at the Fonda Theater. You could win $5,000.
What?
And a TCL TV if you win the costume contest.
Whoa.
Holy moly.
And we have some entertainment that we think you might like, and that would be Blink-182, who joined us in the studio right now.
Oh my goodness! Happy Halloween, everybody.
I had no idea.
Right?
By
This
the way,
is shocking.
Off mic after Halloween Spooks, Skiba just went, oh my God.
Yeah.
You like that song?
It was actually, wow.
Wow. Okay. Excellent.
It's a bop, right?
It's not
come on.
I can't stand it.
It's a bop.
I love the hi-hat.
Yeah.
That's your takeaway from that song.
Guys, you are playing the Fonda on this Saturday, October the 26th, for the KROQ Halloween Costume Ball. That's awesome.
It is awesome. You're welcome.
How do you guys feel about, I'm sure you've had multiple Halloween shows over the years. Is it a fun night for you to play on Halloween?
Have you?
I don't know that we've played. I'm sure we have played on Halloween, but we must not have done anything rad because none of us remember anything cool about it. Most of the time, I think we were home because we normally tour during the summers and during the spring and things like that. So I remember being home.
Travis, you ever play on Halloween?
I think close to Halloween, like the day before,
Yeah.
or stuff like that. But never on Halloween.
Never like a costumed performance?
No.
All right.
What about
Are we
this
eligible to win the
Halloween?
$5,000 if I
Yes.
really go all out?
Yeah.
You have a great costume. I don't see why you
I
wouldn't
do.
be.
Oh my God!
I mean,
can I tell you what
Please.
my costume is?
Please.
I'm gonna take 2 Post-it notes. I'm gonna write "always tired," put them under my eyes, and I'm Post-it Malone.
That is amazing.
Oh my God.
Give him the money now. Just give him
That's
the
a
money
great
now.
costume.
Why do we have to go through a contest?
You really thought that through. I like it.
Yeah. I've been waiting to bust that out forever. I was gonna do it on Twitter, but then it just seemed like the right moment now.
Have you guys ever taken advantage of Halloween being a day where celebrities can be anonymous and worn a costume to some place where people didn't know who you were?
No. I want to get one of those super lifelike faces of my own face, but it's obviously a mask, and then walk around
So people
as somebody
think
trying to
somebody's
be myself.
acting like Mark,
Yes.
but they're not.
I've
I
had
like
way
the way
too
you
much
think.
coffee already today. I'm sorry.
You are really jacked
I'm
up.
sweating right now.
He's been holding that Post-it Malone joke for weeks. Finally got it out.
The release of my
down at,
Post-it Malone joke, my God.
Down at Comic-Con, you'll see like Mark Hamill or somebody will put on a costume, and then that way they can walk around the floor and not have everybody bug them or something like that. I feel like this would be a perfect night for you guys to be able to do anything you want.
I've actually done it.
You have?
Oh, you have?
Travis
At the
has,
Playboy
yes.
Mansion, we dressed up like the bad guys from Karate Kid, and we wreaked havoc. It was awesome. I got away with so
It
much.
has to be so fun to not be recognized.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
I just don't get recognized. It's easy.
All right.
So here's the deal. So just announced the KROQ Halloween Costume Ball with Blink-182 is going to be this Saturday at the Fonda. You cannot buy tickets.
Nope.
They are not for sale. This is a great venue for
How
Blink-182.
are we going to get people in then?
Well, it's interesting you should say that, Kevin. There are 2 ways. You can call KROQ anytime you hear a song by Blink-182, which, as you know, if you listen to this radio station, is about every 15 minutes. And caller 20 wins a pair of passes to the costume ball. And there's an additional chance to win at KROQ.com. So 2 different chances to win. So we'll be giving away all week long here throughout the day on KROQ. So it's a pretty good deal. We play a lot of Blink.
We do, yes.
A lot of ways in.
Every single time you hear a song from Blink, be caller 20. And you will get tickets. And then
Yes.
you can see Mark's great costume.
And that starts right now, so we could be playing a Blink-182 song at any time, including 10 minutes from now when we will be playing a Blink-182 song.
Yeah,
All right.
but make it clear it's a Blink-182 song. So not any time you hear Blink, because if they start talking, technically someone could win.
Right.
What?
A song. Yes,
Wow.
exactly.
Technicalities.
Yeah.
So you guys are off the road now, right? You're done.
Yeah. Well, we just finished a very long tour, and then Matt and I were over in Europe for the past week doing press there, and we just got back day before yesterday, and now we're here today.
I was surprised to see the British TV still trying to figure out how to say your name.
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was 10 years ago, 15
20
years
years
ago. Yeah,
ago,
20
yeah.
years ago.
It's a very lazy question to have us fly all the way to the UK and ask us, is it Blink-182 or Blink-182?
I was like, why are they asking that question now? Hasn't it been asked and answered about 6 billion times?
It has, and I'm really glad we're taking the time today to go over that question.
Good we brought it up. We have to know, you guys, and now that it's done, the truth can be told. How much of a nightmare was Lil Wayne?
Zero nightmare.
Yeah,
Come
not
on.
a nightmare at all.
He was awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
I know you guys are friends with him and stuff, but I mean, not knowing night to night whether he was going to show, wasn't that frustrating?
No, not at all.
Was it like that?
He was
first of all?
awesome. His band is amazing. His whole crew, everybody. It was so fun all summer long.
Was it frustrating when he couldn't show up?
No.
No,
Well, I'm
it, was
just
al-
sa-
it was always excusable too. Like, you know, like,
He had-
and he would hit, sometimes he would hit me and he'd be like, "Hey, I'm about to let everyone else know I can't make it to the show. This, and that's going on." But it's usually to protect himself and his freedom, you know, or like if you're in a state and the cops start like tailing you everywhere and you're gonna get like pinched for smoking weed, it's just not worth it, you know.
So there were some things
I know.
going on. There were some things going on with Lil Wayne that we were not privy to. That made a lot more sense to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, he's so solid and he's such a professional. He killed it every night. The one day where he walked off stage, he had said, "I just felt like they didn't like me, so I walked off stage. Like I didn't want to put them through it. I wanted you guys to be able to get on and do your thing."
Oh, so everybody was
And the backstory
putting up with him so that they could get to you?
No,
Is that what he
No,
thought?
that's
No, here's
he
what happened.
felt like.
That's what he
Yeah,
thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really. It was insane. All of his shows were insane. So.
And on that particular day, it was crazy. I mean, the storm was coming in so crazy that it was an amphitheater, and the wind was blowing the rain sideways across all the seats through the whole thing. We didn't even know if the show was going to come on. They were considering canceling the show because of lightning, all this stuff. So people weren't even showing up until way after doors. And so when Wayne walked on stage, it was probably quarter full. Like people
Yeah,
were
they
still
held,
coming
like,
in.
4,000 people in the parking lot.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
a strange situation.
And
So I mean,
frustrating
even
for
that
him,
day,
yeah.
like he just walked off stage saying like the show's not fun. I want to not be on stage right now. But it wasn't ever an issue.
Yeah, no, he was solid. He was super.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome. Because, we were so excited when the thing was announced because it's, it's the way people listen to it and like music these days is a wide variety. And we thought there'd be a lot of crossover between your fans, and that turned out to be the case most nights, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And when he came out and performed with us, it was like
Yeah, and the press
oh.
the press was about issues or whatever were a couple nights, but you guys went out with him for a bunch of shows.
I mean, we left June, like middle of June, and came back end of September.
Yeah.
And I mean, there were 3 issues on the whole tour. And one of them was like he could not even get to the venue. One was he left because the cops were after him, and one was the one where he walked off stage because there was a storm. And
I'm not going to lie. I love that he left because the cops were after him. That's awesome.
great.
Well, I have an oil painting of Lil Wayne in my living room. I love the dude, so I'm happy to hear that news. I'll tell you that.
And I'll tell you, every single fan sang every single word for all 3 bands. Neck Deep, Lil Wayne, Blink-182 was awesome the whole summer.
That's the way the world is now, and I'm glad.
Totally.
That's good.
That's a fun tour. All right, our favorites, you guys, Blink-182. I'm sorry, is it Blink-182?
Oh, you son of a bitch, I swear to
Are
God.
in studio with us. The KROQ Halloween Costume Ball has just been announced for this Saturday at the Fonda Theater. You cannot buy tickets, but you can win them. Here's a hint. Anytime you hear us play a song by Blink-182, just be caller 20. I wonder what we'll play next on KROQ right after this.
It's the Kevin and Bean Show on KROQ.
106.7 KROQ is KROQ. That is Blink-182. They are in the studio with us.
Hey, guys.
And I don't know if you noticed, they played the song, which now means that the calls can come in
Right.
to win
Right.
the tickets to the thing with the
Right.
contest.
That's right.
We can say what the thing is. It's the KROQ Halloween Costume Ball.
That's the one.
Yes,
Yep.
this Saturday night, and Alfonso is caller 20. Good morning, Alfonso.
Hey, what's going on, party people?
You're the only
What's up?
you're the only person with tickets at this point.
No way.
Enjoy your private show.
No way.
Yeah,
That is
no.
so awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're happy to have you Saturday night at the Fonda. Anything you want to say to the boys since you're on the phone with Blink-182?
Hey, guys, I've been a very, very long time fan. I'm so excited to see you guys here for the very, very first time from one reason or another, babies and all.
Awesome.
I'm very, very excited to see you guys on Saturday.
Thank you. What's going to be your costume?
You know what? I'm actually dressing up as Chewbacca. I just had a newborn, and he's going to be R2-D2. So very excited.
Nice.
That's great.
Let's hear your Chewbacca impression.
I can't do
Perfect.
There you go.
Wow, nailed it.
Wow, it's like I'm in the movie.
I think that was the Icy Hot guy from earlier.
All right, Alfonso, thank you for calling. Thank you for listening. We'll see you on Saturday, my friend. By the way, is anyone else concerned that he's going to put his newborn into a tin can and make his kid be R2-D2?
I respect it.
At our Halloween costume ball?
A little bit nervous about
Oh, I
that.
didn't think he was going to bring the kid to the ball.
I didn't take it as that
That's
either.
what he said.
No, that's just his costume.
That's his
for
costume
Halloween.
for Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because he didn't get 2 tickets, did he? He's coming alone.
No, he got 2.
He got 2 tickets.
Bring the
tickets.
kid,
He's
man.
bringing the kid.
Bring
I
the kid
wouldn't-
and the tin can.
I wouldn't bring the kid.
Does a newborn baby count as a +1?
It shouldn't.
I think so. It's a human.
Because you can fly
No.
with a newborn baby, and it doesn't. You don't have to buy a
that's
ticket
true.
for
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't thought
Emotional
through
support baby.
We haven't thought through the whole baby issue.
An emotional
This is
support
really,
baby.
this is truly a loophole because you're going to look out in the audience and see 500 people with babies in their arms just rocking out.
Is it weird to think, you guys, that he, Alfonso, who apparently is a big fan of yours, has never seen you before? You play every night when you go out there to somebody who's their first ever Blink-182 concert.
That does have to
Kind
be
of
strange.
weird.
Even in Southern California.
I think that's awesome. That's like new fans or people that haven't seen us before.
Or they've been
Yeah.
fans for a long time, but
Yeah.
he said, babies and everything else. There's just no way he needs to stop having babies.
I feel like it was a humble brag.
Oh,
He's
it
like,
was.
I've been busy having so many kids because my sperm works.
Look how much sex I'm
That's how I heard it. Yeah, enough,
Humble brag.
Alfonso.
All right.
We just played that song, I Really Wish I Hated You, from the new Blink-182 album called 9. Allie's already bitching about there not being another record by now.
Yeah.
Because this one's been out a month. How has it been received around the world, guys?
Really good. The reception's been awesome. We honestly couldn't have asked for better. All of the general consensus is that, wow, this is really different and really cool, which is
Right.
what we were trying to go for, so we feel vindicated.
It did not have the title that we expect from Blink-182 albums. And I know that you must spend a lot of time thinking about your titles. How did you end up on 9?
We were throwing out really raunchy,
Yeah.
super gnarly titles, and then
Like one you had to read
Like,
backwards, right?
yeah.
Bosmir.
That was
Yeah.
my favorite.
Bosmir was my favorite.
Yeah, mine too.
I don't think Mark wasn't feeling it.
I don't know. I wasn't looking back on that as an older man. I don't think that would have aged as well.
He's
All
not
right.
really into rim jobs anymore.
Yeah, it's just past that phase of my life.
No, 9 was cool
That's
though.
sad. Yeah. Sorry, yes.
We were actually on the phone. We were talking, and we kept going back and forth with all these like kind of fun, silly names. And then I think I called Mark on a whim, and I was like, "What do you think about naming it like a number, like whatever number album this is?" And then
He's like, no, that's a lot simpler.
yeah,
And we had a little internal debate, like, well, is this really our 8th record or our 9th record? Because
You
if you
didn't
count the Buddha album, which was technically a demo, but then came out, or the live album, or the greatest hits, or blah blah. But we just like the
Right.
number 9.
You could have just called it 8, 9, or 10.
Yes,
We're not sure.
No, we're going. This is our 9th
Ninth,
studio album.
Okay.
All right.
Fix Wikipedia.
It'll be fixed now for sure.
Yes.
Trust me.
How many times do you guys read stuff or hear stuff that's on Wikipedia or someplace else that's just absurd?
Or wrong.
Not that often, because I don't really Wikipedia myself
people don't
too
bring
often.
it up? No.
yeah. I haven't looked at that. I'm sure it has some false things. on
Anything
there.
that I
don't
can
know.
change, I wouldn't trust.
Yeah.
That's all I
Right.
know. If I can change it.
What like teenage TV show were you on, Mark? Like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
No, it was on one called Haunted. It was with it was one with Matthew Fox, where he was a ex-detective who could see ghosts, and now he was like a private detective who could see supernatural.
Is that the one that you did the remake for? The
No.
song?
No.
No.
He was
That
just
was
like an
something different.
actor.
I was an
Like,
actor on it.
He played one
No,
of the
you weren't.
ghosts.
I played a ghost.
No.
Look it up. It's called Haunted. It is the worst acting you've ever seen in your life. Literally, the day that I was shooting my things, they had to redo it so many times, retake, that the camera focus assistant was like, oh my God.
Like Mark is a great guy and an incredible musician, but I can say to his face, not good at acting.
Not good at acting.
This is not a good acting debut.
No.
No, not for
It
you.
was your fault that they had to keep starting in?
Yeah, and it was a gnarly scene where
You were, like,
Matthew
intense,
Fox
yeah.
wakes up and he wakes up from a car crash, and my wife breaks down crying, talking to him, and he's like, "You have to get your daughter out of here," all this stuff, and I come in and I'm like, "People drive too damn fast on that road," and I just blow the line time after, and they would go cut, and she would have to totally recompose herself, go back in, do the scene, break down crying, and I walk in, blow my line, cut. Mark, Jesus Christ, Mark, what are you doing?
Mark, it must have been really bad because the video has been made private and unavailable on YouTube.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
All my dreams have come true.
It's so upsetting.
And you're like translucent. You're like,
Oh my God.
Boo!
And the awful thing was that the first day, I did great on my scene. I get an argument with my wife and then this whole thing, and people were like, "Oh my God, have you been taking acting lessons?" I'm like, "No, I just, put myself in the place of what I think this would feel like." And I go back the next day and just suck. It was terrible.
No roles after that, really.
No,
How old are you at this point?
I mean, I'm 31, probably.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm a grown man. I'm way too mature to suck this bad at something.
Yeah.
It's great.
You should have been better,
Just
for
need
sure.
to pick projects better, that's all.
Yeah.
Worth watching if you could.
Travis,
find
we were talking off there about your drum kit setup on this past tour.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was.
It's just drums aren't challenging enough for you, I think. So now it's just like,
Now you
all right,
gotta
let's
play upside down.
Let's spin them around.
No, I mean they are. Even our shows where I don't do the drum solo, I try to think of something. Like lately, I've been blindfolding. Like he blindfolds me, put a towel over my head, and takes one of my drumsticks. Something just to keep it interesting, But
and then we go out and play.
Yeah.
That's just Mark's king.
The gag,
Puts the bag over his head.
the gag was cool though. It was fun.
Wow.
The gag was awesome. I mean, you don't understand the this thing is built. It's this giant 5,000-pound mechanical device that spins and rotates, and I mean, our crew works so hard to put that thing up every day. We had to make sure the stage could.
Oh yeah.
I would just puke.
Did you ever
get
think
sick?
it's one of those things where I'm actually playing, but if I was just sitting in there and not playing, yeah, you would start to notice, I'm going upside down. Oh, I feel I'm about to fall out.
But if you're concentrating on the drums, you don't notice any of that.
Yeah, I just laser focus, close my eyes, and go crazy.
Close your eyes and go crazy. That's insane.
Amazing.
Yeah, during the shows now, I literally will take a towel, drape it over his head so he can't see anything, and then at the end of the song, I'll take one of his drumsticks while he's actually in the middle of a solo.
And it doesn't.
It doesn't matter. No, I'm gonna jump onto his drum kit, Kurt Cobain style, one of these days.
Saturday night.
Yeah,
do it Saturday night.
Right.
Yeah, because our tour's done, so I can be in the hospital for a month and it won't matter.
Sure. I mean, hopefully it's not a hospital
perfect.
situation. Hopefully that's not the end. It's the KROQ Halloween Costume Ball. It's this Saturday at the Fonda Theater. Every time you hear a Blink-182 song on KROQ throughout the day, be caller 20 and you'll win tickets.
It's like when we play the song, like when it's entirely, not just like a snippet.
Not in a promo or something like that.
When you
Plus, everyone there will be able to take part in the costume contest for a chance to win $5,000 and a brand new TCL TV. Mark Hoppus says, bring your newborns to the show. You'll have a great time.
They're free. You don't need a ticket for them. Right? Much like an airline, just bring them in. They'll let you go.
And I just learned something about emotional support babies. I didn't even know that was a thing. So this has been very educational. Well, we have been champing at the bit to be able to make this announcement. So we're so excited that you guys are here today. We can finally make the announcement with you guys that you are going to be doing the Halloween Costume Ball this Saturday night. We will see you there. We love you guys so much. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having us. It's always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure.
Except for that Halloween song.
The Kevin and Bean Show, the world famous KROQ.